Good evening, ladies.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, good evening. Magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat. Ba't parang hindi kayo busog pa? Gusto natin gawin pinunod yung ating buffet. Okay, anyway, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's nice to be with you once again as we celebrate another significant event of Kabayan Weekly. Actually, last week, we did have the judging of our nurse, Kabayan Nurse of the Year. Now we are gathered once again para naman sa ating Kabayan and Nurse of the Year. Teacher of the Year last week. Sorry, Okay. At this point, nilutang po ako kasi nakakita ko ng success. Palakpakan natin ang muli ko para sa akin lahat. May I call in the person behind the success of Kabayan Weekly. All the things that we planned, we have executed, and we have succeeded. The person who is always closer to all kababayans natin dito sa UAE. None other than our big boss, Mr. Pamahan. Palakpakan natin siya.
Thank you, Orly. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and allow me to welcome you to Kabayan Weekly 5th Annual Night of Screening. The Kabayan Weekly 5th Annual Night of Screening Filipino Excellence. It's the custom of Kabayan Weekly in tradition to annually search, screen, and acknowledge distinguished Filipinos. What does it mean to be distinguished? How about you, Jeannie? What does it mean to you to be distinguished?
You are distinguished. Usually basically you have done exemplary work for other Filipinos and for the UAE.
Mark, we discussed this in the car when we were coming here.
Yes.
I gave you the answer, didn't I?
I can have explanation.
To be distinguished is to have a sound, positive reputation. To be distinguished is to lead by example. It's also true that to be distinguished is to be successful by default. And to be distinguished is to be second to none. But although all of this is correct, but to me, the most important thing is to be distinguished is to be an inspiration to the others and to be a role model to the environment, to your environment, to your colleagues, and to the community. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he said, surely Allah, He loves the person whom, if he did the job, does it to perfection. And tonight we have plenty of Filipinos who are exemplifying this hadith of the Prophet, peace be upon him. Tonight, we have a panel who will be screening these fine Filipinos who are, I would say, reflect credit not only on themselves, or their employers, or their community, but they also reflect credits on the Republic of the Philippines. And the panel tonight, I would like to recognize His Excellency Giuliani. I want to give you a middle name, K.W. Pali. So, I am really all his, or today is his daughter's birthday. And despite that, he showed up tonight to be with us. And we want to thank you for this a lot. We have also Dora Waka. She's Kabayan Weekly enthusiast also. And she's a caller. Thank you very much for being with us. And Miss Amy Morella from State Khalifa Hospital in Kuwait. Without any further ado, us also in the panel, Professor Nelson Nico from Kabayan, made it all the way. Thank you for being with us. And I would not end without thanking the staff of Kabayan Weekly, who put a lot of hours to make this program successful. Each and every one of you, thank you so much. And without any further ado, the mic is yours.
Thank you very much, boss. That was so inspiring. At this time, may I introduce to you our board of judges. Let's start, of course, with the person who's always on the picture of Kabayan Weekly. Thank you very much, sir, for always being there for us. Philippine Consul General Honorable Giovanni Pare. Palakpan po natin. Flowers for you, sir. Yeah. Our next judge is a business executive from Madar Medical Center. Let's welcome Professor Nelson Nico.
Hello.
Okay. Let's meet our next judge, the senior advisor of the IACAD, Ms. Wafa Kasiri. And last but not least, we are calling the charge nurse of Sheikh Khalifa General Hospital, Al Queen, in the person of Miss Annie Miranda. Our beautiful diagnostics. Alright, guys. Okay. So now to just you our panel of judges, and before we finally move on to the introduction of the candidates or the nominees for our Nurse of the Year and Kabayan Achiever of the Year, let us join me in celebrating the most special event amongst the Kabayan events. Ladies and gentlemen, our birthday celebrant. Let's sing Happy Birthday. Happy Birthday to you. Happy Birthday. Happy birthday! Happy Message from Mami.
Thank you so much. Nabusog pa kayo sa handa ko.
Thank you very much. It looks so beautiful that flowers brought us by Kabayan's Flower Shop. Ayan, located at Alriga. Diba? Lagi. Okay. At this point, let's open our floor for the candidates, the nominees of our Kabayan Nurses of the Year and Kabayan Achiever of the Year. Ms. JP? Okay, so the mechanics of our program is we will be calling them one by one. They will be staying here in front, and for 5 minutes they will be introducing themselves. Okay, we will have questions from our board judges, and that will be answered in 5 minutes as well. So it's nominees will be given 10 minutes for this particular segment. And our first candidate will be calling Miss Amor Bendito. Okay, Miss Amor is not around. Okay, our next candidate is Miss Baby Pepito.
Good evening. Sabaalun. Maayong gabi. Miss Duck here. My name is the sweetest name around the world. It's Baby. But nobody knows me Baby here in Dubai, honestly. So when I was joining with my first property as a hotel nurse in Fairmont Hotel, I have one colleague here, it's surprise. Hi. She's my dining sponsor. My HR director said, I will not give your name as Baby because it's very dangerous name. So we will give a name, other name. So I'm very much known as Hunay. Hunay is my middle name. So I know Melanie, she don't know that I'm Baby. That's what she's surprised. So I'm from Cebu, Bisdak and Cebuana. And I finished my nursing school at University of San Carlos long time back, don't ask me when was that. And then I started my nursing profession in one of the maternity hospital in Cebu. And then later on, I was being called by my university to teach. So I was still very young that time. That was like 1998. And then after that, I was given the opportunity to go Saudi Arabia. So I was working there like total 3 years. First, I was working in the clinic somewhere in Riyadh. And then later on, after a year, I was joining the Ministry of Health as a staff nurse in Taif, still in Saudi Arabia. After 3 years of enjoying my life in Saudi Arabia, I go back to Philippines for some family reason because about my mom. So it was my time to take care of my mom. But basically, I go home to the Philippines. At the same time, I still continue my career. I was given the opportunity to teach in the College of Nursing. So I was teaching there for almost 5 years. At the same time, I was hitting two nests at the same time. I was also studying my master's. So by 2010, I finished my nursing school at the same. No, I finished my master's, and then it was also the right time for me to go back to UAE. When I came here in like 2011, I was walking in the road. It was like month of June. I was looking for a job. I know I don't have my license, the HA license, so it was very difficult for me to get a job. So I was asking help from my family. Said, no, no, look for a company who would really like you. Just show your face, they will like you, and they will give you the opportunity. They will sponsor your HA license. I told my brother, nobody will mind me if I go to the clinic. I don't have license. They will close their door. And no, my brother, just pray, just have the confidence. Just show your face. You go there, and then every time I go to the clinic, drop your CV here. It was very difficult. And anyway, if God will really give you the opportunity, it will really comes to you. That's what I learned from that time. So I was just basically walking in the road in Shinsai. Then I don't know, we're not supposed to go directly to the HR office, so we just go straight there, and immediately I was interviewed. And then after that, later on, the HR, the recruitment manager told me that if I'm ready to join, they will sponsor my license. So it begins my career as a hotel nurse. Basically, when I joined hotel nurse, I thought, wow, this is a nice job. I mean, I've been in the different fields of nursing profession. I've been into the clinics, hospital, and I've been through the university. Now it's another field. What I thought it's like a company nurse. Basically, it's like company nurse. So when I joined, it was very challenging because everything is what to do. You have the responsibilities, but you are facing lots of challenges. So when I was working as a hotel nurse in Cheapside Road, it was very difficult because as a hotel nurse, we faced lots of difficulties because our job is not basically focusing on the clinical area. We are also handling the entire responsibility. We are responsible for the entire health, not just the health of the associates, but also the safety and the wellness of our guests. And in that particular field, we don't have a medical director. So we are doing everything for the clinic, setting standards and all. So it's very challenging. And it brought me lots of experience. And eventually, I am a happy hotel nurse now. It's not only, I'm very thankful for this opportunity that I really voted here because to tell you, I'm so proud of myself that hotel nurses is being heard. Because we have lots of frustrations, I know, but what I'm very thankful because I'm not just Pune standing here in front of you, but I'm the voice of the hotel nurses. And I'm proud to say that we have lots of hotel nurses who are putting some deliveries, who are working hard in the promotions of health services.
Thank you very much, Ms. Lady. Congratulations, Ms. Lady. Your question will be coming from, you can answer this question in 3 minutes. You're given 3 minutes. So let's call it Honorable Kapsul Giovanni Pala for the first question.
I've always admired nurses, and because I have a few cousins who are in that profession. But in your case, I can say that many of the candidates now have already distinguished themselves in their fields. But how do you separate yourself from the rest in your own social responsibilities to your fellow companions?
Being hotel nurse, it's because we are working as, we're not talking basically with the levels of nursing care based on the curative stage. We are promoting the 3-level care for the hotel nurses. So when I joined hotel nurses, I was having all this difficulty. So I told to myself I have to establish this professional network of nurses. Because I heard that some of my Kabayan, my colleague nurses, having this difficulty. So I was pushed to create this Hotel Nurses Association of Dubai to have the professional network to support each other. So basically, we're so glad that it was come to reality. Now we are an established hotel nurses group, but we are under the umbrella of the Emirates Nurses Association. And this group has really helped a lot for all, especially mostly of the hotel nurses are Filipino. All our difficulties, all the challenges, like for example, some updates and standards under the HA, Dubai Municipality, we have some comfort zone. And out of this, we created some sisterhood, which we also, every year, we are having lots of wellness program and we are creating lots of support to our society. Last 2013, actually, with the help of my colleague hotel nurses, we were able to visit the OWA and we supported our less fortunate Kabayan who were victims of abusive employer. And in April 15 also, we have another program. So with this group, we got the strength. We're not just nurse in our facility who are really working hard, but we are also creating a group for our kababayan, and we have helped it a lot. So I was glad that these things comes into reality, and what we are doing now, meetings, activities, wellness program, and like visiting community services, we have helped the Filipinos in a legal way because we are already umbrella with the Emirates Nurses Association.
Thank you very much, Ms. Phoebe. Okay, let's call in Mr. Richie. Mr. Richie Pataliwan. Okay. So you have 5 minutes here to introduce yourself. Actually, our timer is on the screen and 3 minutes to answer the question from one of our judges. Thank you.
Hello, good evening everyone, and Assalamualaikum to our participants. My name is Richie Bagranwan, I'm 37 years of age, just recently got married this February. I hope Mr. Consul still remember me. I was there because I had a visit. You were. Has life changed? Yeah, life's been great. My life started here in UAE when I was trying to go here as a visit visa. So I think everybody is doing it. It's a common thing for Filipino to go and explore some places like me. So I tried to venture my luck here, and then I think I made a lot of sacrifices as a male nurse because it's very difficult for us, for a male nurse, penetrate the hospital because the culture here is multicultural and Arabic culture. So for a male nurse, if you go to the hospital, usually is you have to deal with the male patient. If you deal with the female one, you have to ask permission from the relative. So if you see the ratio of the male nurses in the hospital, it's very few or very seldom you can see that. So we have a lot of competition with other nationalities as well. So during my job hunt here in UAE was like going to the needle of the haystack. It's like there was a time that I go and sit in one ish, like I did this for a couple of months. So eventually, I met some employers like Mr. Atala. We were pioneers with this Alpha Home Nursing. It was a big help for me, and I started to work with them, seeing some patients and home cares. Then eventually, I'm trying to apply some license here in UAE, but I think I have a limited experience. So eventually, it didn't turn out well because I'm not well informed of the license here in the UAE, especially they have DHA and they have this in Abu Dhabi, they call it GAS, General Health Authority of Abu Dhabi, that was called back then. Then they have this MOH. So I didn't know anything about this license, I only heard about the DHA. So eventually, I left Alpha Home Nursing and then I applied as a waiter. And then, can you imagine the thing that I experienced applying as a waiter? We go to the desert, we build this tent in the middle of nowhere, carrying all these kitchen equipment in the middle of the day. So I'm asking myself, what am I doing here? I said, I want to go home. But I'm still keeping myself convinced that I have to keep my head high. I have to take this challenge as an opportunity, as a sacrifice. And then eventually, I met some friends, Filipino friends. They told me, uh, give me your CV, let's review your experiences. And then this one guy told me, try this MOH because I think you will be qualified for your experience. So eventually, I met some Filipina working there, and then we reviewed the CV. And then he said, you have one shot in MOH. Try this one. And then if you pass, try to fight back. It's not a loss. You still have some chance. So eventually, I took the MOH exam, and by God's grace, I passed the exam. So that's the time when everything started to lit up. And then a shining hope was there, a glimmering hope was there. I said to myself, okay, I have a last card in my hand. Okay, I'm gonna gamble it again. So eventually, it paid off. Maybe I was having these sacrifices for almost like 2 years, like doing exit, having part-time there. You might call it maybe illegal because in the UAE you don't have this permit to work. If they catch you, they will put you to jail or send you back home. So it was one of my biggest risks. Thinking of my family that I need.
I'm sorry for your time is up, sir. Here's your question. We have a question coming from Professor Nelson Vico to answer in 3 minutes. Thank you.
Magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat. Ang masalihan sa inyo.
When ma?
When? It's our action flight paramedic nurse, right?
Yes.
Okay. Normally, ang mga nurses natin, we're having similar qualification mostly, no? But it seems that your qualification is a little quite different dahil somehow your job is more challenging.
Yes, sir.
Okay. In real life, how would you be a hero to OFW community as a nurse?
I will share my experiences when I went here that they should never give up. The sacrifices that are coming to your life, take them as a challenge and think positively about these things. Because if you overcome them, you have to build a hero within yourself. Because if you can build it, if you can build this hero in yourself, you are able to cultivate it and share it with other people, it will become an inspiration and it will become like a wildfire, like an example to other Filipinos. If I can do it in my limited capacity, they can do it as well. It will help them boost their morale, and eventually, all these collective actions being done by the Filipino community, it will be a shining glimmer to everybody. I think that's the.
Just a follow-up question. Are you involved in any community activities or legislation?
So far, we have this collaboration with our working staff, like the crewman, our humanitarian. You might call it a humanitarian because last 2 years we have this ministry exhibit. We are conducting it for free in the 7 Emirates, across 7 Emirates. What we do is we do some knowledge dissemination, awareness, so that the people will be aware that this is our job. If you need help, this is free service, like doing search and rescue in the mountain. Example, anybody of you went to the mountains, so you go to this desert safari, you go for this traveling across the desert, and you happen that you get accident, you get lost, you can always call this search and rescue We will do it for free for home service. So that's our job. We go in the remote places and help the people to give medical treatment.
Thank you very much, Mr. Richie. Yeah, thank you, sir. Okay. Nakakakaba din pala, no? Are you having pressure right now? Is there any pressure? Right, anyway, let's go to our next verse. We have Miss Marites Alofera.
5 minutes talaga.
5 minutes to introduce yourself, Mom, and 3 minutes to respond to the question.
Hi, good evening everyone. I'm Marites Rubo Alubera. I'm 39 years old, a registered nurse from Rojas City, Capiz. Become a nurse is my wildest impossible dream during my high school days because my parents is not capable to answer my tuition fees and to send me for college. So only superheroes I am thinking that can answer my prayer as to become a nurse. And I am proud to tell everyone that I pursue my 4 years Bachelor of Science in Nursing through my own effort as a house helper and like a working student in one family. And I want to take this opportunity to mention her name, Mrs. Vita Dinlazan. I hope she can hear this someday. That I want to thank her that she is my superhero. Now I become a nurse and I finished my board exam in the help of grace of God, and I finished my 5 years working in Philippines as a rural health unit in my own municipality. So I serve my community in my own municipality in our place. After that, I think to move for abroad to Dubai for a better life. And I am lucky. After that, I joined here 2007 to work in as a private nurse of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed Al Maktoum and Princess Haya as a private nurse to their eldest daughter. And a year after, they endorsed me to Latifa Hospital, formerly Al Wasal Hospital, under the Dubai Health Authority as a staff nurse 1. And they assigned me as a pediatric nurse. And a year later, they promoted me to staff nurse 2 because of my extraordinary leadership and performance mainly. And then I am active in education link courses. So I am the member of a education link, which is we are organizing the continuing education for all the nurses in the hospital itself. And a year ago, 1 year after, I became a unit in charge in my unit, and I am holding now a larger unit. Means I am in the, if you know, the family village, which is the main catchment area for abandoned children in Dubai. If you all know that there is some children from the Dubai police, they are sending to the hospital without mother and father. So I am so lucky enough that I am the part of this team. I am the one in my first, in my hand, I am the one holding these babies to take care in Latifa Hospital. But I want to maintain the confidentiality of this and I want only to know you to know that this is happening here in Dubai. And I am very proud, more than my community services, that I am a part of a team to work training and coordinated with the Dubai Police, Latif Hospital Social Worker, with our CAF Minor Foundation and the Community Development Authority to provide a real home for these abandoned children and to for giving them a psychologically stable like a family environment. Really, this is very hard responsibilities for me to handle the children, which is I am the nurse, I am the mother, I am the father, I am the sister, I am the brother. So I am also a I am also a mother, which is really difficult. Because I know only the traditional work of nurses. You will accept the patient, you will discharge after they will be okay. But in my part, really, this is
Thank you very much, Ms. Meritus. Let's move on to your question coming from Ms. Rafa As.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Basically, mayong gabi. Marites, mostly of your experience in health, it's embracing. Okay. I read your CV. Your involvement and community is very less, mostly in your profession. Do you think in the future you can go out from that circle to be involved more in the community service aside from your profession as a nurse?
yes, at this time I am already happy and I'm in the self-actualization. I already reached the top of my career, which is how many years I experienced in the hospital settings, and I cannot forget that as my profession. But the community involvement I have this time is really my salary is only a bonus for me because at the end of the day, I am happy. I will sleep with a smile that I touched the one individual without mother and father, and I am very happy, and I will sleep with the thanksgiving to our God that He gave me this passion to touch the well-being of one person and to the community also and development. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Meritus. And calling Maria, Ms. Myra Tigano.
Good evening, everyone. Assalamualaikum. My name is Myra Minate Along. First and foremost, I would like to thank each and every one of the staff of Kabayan for organizing such an event, which gives prestige and honor to not only the nurses but other professions as well. And I would like to take the opportunity also to thank the one who nominated me today, which I assume he doesn't want to be named off. So thank you. I didn't came prepared, but I have a long, long list. And I don't know how to do an introduction, so I would just like to share with you in how I started my nursing profession. It all goes back to my college days when my father gave me just three choices to take up in college. One is nursing, second is caregiver course, and the third one is nursing. So eventually I took up nursing, no other choice than nursing. Then I was not into nursing before because it's more like, it's not like management and Actually, I like numbers, so I was hoping to do an accountancy or something else. But during my college days, I had a patient in Philippine lung cancer. She's end stage breast CA with lung metastasis. And she's always taking this medicine every day. And I don't know if you any of you have a regular medication. If you do, sometimes you will feel that I had enough. Because recently, I got pregnant, and my pregnancy is not that, it's very much significant because I had to give myself a heparin injection every day. So I was like black and blue on my thighs and on my abdomen. So I felt what she felt. So, during our nursing days, we have to complete this competency of 5 injections of IM, subcutaneous, and all those competency. So she was my fifth competency in giving IM medication. So while giving it to her, she was like with eyes shut closed and with a big tears. I'm just telling you because this is the reason why I fell in love with nursing. So with eyes closed and tears on the side of her eyes, she said, "Okay, give it to me." So I gave her the shot, and it was like she opened her eyes and she said, "Is it done?" I said, "Yes, it's done. It's finished already." Then she told me, "Can you give it to me again tomorrow? Can you be my nurse again tomorrow?" Those words from your patients is the priceless what you call this gestures that you will get. It's not the same as what other professions are getting, like engineers having a high salary, accountancy having a high salary, although we all have finished board exams. So every now and then, I'm remembering those experiences. I've been also in London. I became a medical escort of one of the patients because the mother actually requested me to go with her child. Those kind of things made my nursing career, it's one of the highlights of my nursing career. So I'm in my 16 years as a nurse. Most of it is spent in the pediatric nursing. But at present, I'm the nurse manager in Alzar Hospital Medical Ward. And the transition from a government hospital to a private hospital, then from adult nursing to pediatric nursing is very much different. But still, as a nurse, we have to be flexible in every way that we can. So that's just what I wanted to share to you. How is nursing?
Thank you very much. The second question from Ms. Ani Miranda. You have 3 minutes to answer.
Hello, Myra. So I understand your situation at this point because I was also one of the Kabayan nurse, knowing it's way back 2013, 2012. So my question is actually, I have seen in your, I have read in your CV that you have started previously the Pinoy registered nurse here in the UAE. And what do you think is the reason why it was not successful? And do you still want to continue to set that group? And how do you think this group will help all our fellow nurses and our kababayan here in UAE?
Actually, it was a concept by my head nurse in Dubai Hospital, where I used to work. She asked me to help create the group. So we created it with the goal of helping our kababayans back in the Philippines who on that time was like the victims of calamities like Yolanda during the time of the creation of the group. Then we have the goal also of doing like a co-op funding for those Filipino nurses that need some funds and to be paid by installment. And another aim is for socialization of nurses. Because as you know, if a nurse is assigned in a certain department, usually when she goes out only with those people as well. So we wanted something like wholesome, I mean, interdepartmental socialization. It's not that it's not successful. It's still ongoing, but until now it's just in that facility. And at present, because I transferred to Alzara now, and as I mentioned, I had the adjustment and my pregnancy, so I was not able to get. I do get in touch with them, but I'm not able to, facilitate any more of the group. But hopefully, it will be when it materializes more. Hopefully, it can help Filipino nurses for the socialization and outreach programs. And we are also hoping to be included in some of the medical missions in the consulate if given the opportunities.
Thank you very much, Ms. Meyer. Now we'll call in another nurse, the person of Miss Victoria Domingo.
Blessed be each and every one. Sana Helwa, you. Happy birthday, Ma. I'm Maria Victoria Domingo. I just want to thank my family who's here right now, my daughter, my son, and my husband. I've been a nurse for almost 21 years. I studied nursing in Quezon City Medical Center and graduated year 1992. I first started my career as a volunteer nurse in Antipolo Antipolo Hospital, and eventually was hired as a oncology nurse from Lung Center of the Philippines. I worked there for 9 years before I came to UAE. But the basic things that I learned is that I first started and had the philosophy of nursing or service with a smile. It started from our chief nurse there that each and every one of us should be delivering service to patients, the relatives, and all the clients of our hospital with a smile. Yeah, and I was able to develop it until now. But one of the most important experience that I had in the Philippines is taking care of cancer patients. I started as an oncology nurse in the charity ward of Lung Center, seeing people suffering, seeing people winning from cancer. But the most important, the most significant thing that I learned is that I witnessed one of the families, their daughter is so pretty, they're well off, and everybody, but they have to struggle and fight very hard for the life of their daughter. And eventually, God took their daughter. So from then on, as my parents and my mother were telling me, I have to help them at least prepare for a safe journey to our Heavenly Father. So most of the patients, we know that in the cancer ward, there will be struggling. So I use, every time we see patients that are near death, they will call me and we'll try to pray for the patient. And I developed that one also until I came here in UAE, wherein I started, actually, I was one of the pioneer nurses who started the Philippine Nurses in Emirates. And I am also one of the members of the Nurses Ministry of St. Joseph's Cathedral. And presently, I am a catechist also. Nursing is really difficult. It's usually for patients. But for me, as an individual, I want to nurse the soul of the patients, not only physically but spiritually, and preparing them for their next life. For me, nursing is uh, like giving yourself to others. Like our apostolic works now with me and my family. Every time we're in the church, we used to meet OFWs who are working at home. Most of them are devastated and they feel bad. What we do is like we just go with them, have a lunch with them, and like consider them as a family because most of them are not having their families here. So we offer ourselves our home to come to let them come and stay at least have lunch or dinner with us. I'm already at the end of my nursing career for me because I'm planning to go home hopefully in the near future, and I am already satisfied with my nursing job, and because I've been working already for almost 11 years in the post anesthesia care unit of Sheikh Khalifa Medical City, and presently I don't like too much pressure anymore. That's why I transferred to endoscopy unit. Yeah, agree. And so I just enjoy my life and have good time. I mean, have happy times with other people. Not only the nurses, but I'm sharing this to all our kababayan here. Whether you're a nurse, you're a doctor, or whatever status you have in the community. And I think that's all that I can say. And I thank whoever nominated me. I was ready from Jacob. I just wanted to greet them, but I think it's not allowed.
Thank you very much, Miss Victoria. The question will be coming from Honorable Katsuri Giovanni Palik.
Thank you very much. I just want to find out whether the Filipino Nurses Association MNRH, which says here that there's a founding officer and member, is it still existing?
Yes, sir. Very
Uh,
much.
what accomplishments have you been able to do through this organization?
Actually, we were the first one who started the psychosocialization of our distress OFW in Abu Dhabi, Philippine Embassy, OWA. Wherein it's really very, what do you call this? The experience that I had there is really the one that I cherish. Wherein every first Saturday of the month, we used to go to Philippine Embassy, and and then we talk to all the what you call this, the wards. Yeah, we let them ventilate whatever they have, and also aside from that one, I was not so active with Philippine FNAE right now, but it's our group who started the board exam for nurses here in UAE, which were able to at least have some passers. And but I'm concentrating more on the church now, with St. Joseph Church of Abu Dhabi, with the nurses ministry and the catechism for children, and also for the like the all program that we meet each day there. But I've been one of the extraordinary communion ministers of this St. Joseph Church.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That was Miss Victoria Domingo. Now we're calling Mr. Dante Pauline Song.
Okay, good evening everyone. I'd like to be informal this time, and I hope I will not consume 5 minutes, and I will not consume most of your time. Before I start, I would like to congratulate everyone for those who are actually nominated for this award, and I would like to thank the organizers for giving us the opportunity to actually be acquainted with the rest of Filipino achievers and distinguished professionals and professionals, I can say. My name is Dante. Good evening, everyone. My name is Dante. Uh, My name is Dante. I was raised, I was born and raised from Bacolod by a middle class family. I studied in St. Camille Integrated School. And thereafter, I pursued nursing. Actually, nursing is not my first career of choice. I intend to become a physician, but my parents my parents actually said that you will not earn anything, um, and that they actually persuaded me to take up nursing because you can go to the States and you earn dollars and so on and so forth. So I'm an obedient child, so I followed what their recommendation. So I took up nursing. I finished my Bachelor of Science nursing degree in Bacolod, year 2004, with honors. Thereafter, I volunteered and worked in a hospital within the locality, and I pursued my master's in nursing as well. I completed it at the age of 23. Um, 2009, I decided to actually go overseas while waiting for my application in the US. And my destiny brought me here in the UAE. I previously worked in Russia as a staff nurse. So because previously, actually, I mentioned I'm a clinical instructor, and I got fed up with paperwork and training students, a lot of paperwork. So I got fed up. I went to Dubai. I said I miss clinical things and I want to engage with patients, and I want to start on scratch. And so I applied. And so DHAF actually got me. And thereafter, I said, okay. Then Alhamdulillah, they promoted me, and they say that your destiny will really lead you to where your passion is. So I stay away from education, and my managers actually have seen something in me that I can be an educator. So they promoted me as a resource nurse, and I was one of the four clinical nurse leaders. It's a pilot position in the UAE, and I was one of them. Um, then after that, I changed my company, and currently I'm employed as clinical nurse educator of Mediclinic Al Noor Hospital Group. We are what? Largest private sector, healthcare sector in the UAE, third internationally. And it's a privilege that I'm the only Asian, I'm the only Filipino among the 10 South African and Westerners or clinical nurse educated from the West. 58 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Your question will be coming from Professor Nelson Nico.
Make it easy.
Easy lang ito.
Thank you.
You made mention to in your CV, you're an nursing educator, right?
Yes,
And then,
clinical nurse educator.
okay. And you made mention in your CV that you are an expert in evidence-based. Can you share with us what is your approach in identifying evidence-based strategy to develop clinical and educational plans for staff who is under probation? Can you share your approach to us?
Thank you so much for that very technical question. But I don't want to bore the audience with regards to that. But just to make what? When you say evidence-based approach, because nursing is actually, I don't want to sound as an educator, and all of you guys are my learners, but let me begin with, okay, I have to 30 seconds. Let me begin with learners are not actually equal. Okay, there are some learners who are actually, shall we say, below average, some are average, some are excellent. So in terms of variation, in terms of their level of knowledge, in terms of their level of skill, um, in the context of evidence-based, and if, for example, they are deemed to be not competent or they require improvement, then um, as an educator, you use different evidence-based strategies in order to actually select what is suitable for that particular learner. So there are various strategies that I can actually enumerate, but I think I cannot do that because I have 130 seconds only. But here there are a lot of strategies that would actually suit a particular group. So either you do one-on-one teaching session with them, or for example, like Filipino, if you're dealing with Filipinos, you have to engage them in a social activity because we Filipinos are very social. We learn with other people. And yeah, those are the two. And there are a lot of other evidence-based strategies. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Last but not least, I would like to call in Miss Maria Mirasol Rodriguez. 5 minutes for the introduction and 3 minutes for the question. Thank you.
Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, honorable panel of judges. I have a note. I'm delighted and very grateful to be nominated as one of the Kabayan or Nurse of the Year for the Kabayan Weekly Magazine. I would start by introducing myself. I am Maria Mirasol Covarrubias, 42 years of age. I hail from Zamboanga City, the Asia's Latin city, far from Mindanao. I graduated long time ago. I've been working for the past 19 years already. I have 4 children, 3 grown-ups and 1 grade schooler. I'm very proud to share to you that at my age now, I already have 1 registered nurse who's working also in Dubai. I think it's one of the greatest achievements in my life for now. And I know the road to achievement is still far, but I know we can do it. In connection to my working experience, I started working as an OFW in Saudi Arabia. That's where I knew these Filipino nurses there, or kabayans as we all call them. I have one co-nurses that I went with her as body. So she was the one who taught me the value of having having a true friends. She taught me to like share the blessings to the not so less fortunate children in the Philippines. So we made it a point, like each birthday. I started it in Saudi Arabia. Like each birthday, like my birthday particularly, I didn't celebrate it with friends. Instead, I sent, whatever I will be spending for the friends, I will just send it Before it was Bantay Bata was strict. So I started that way back in Saudi Arabia, and until now, like still every year we're doing that as a family. I taught them like how to share their blessings, even in small amount, uh, to see what the value of life really is. And last year, I was given the chance, I should share also this to you, like I was given the chance to handle the department in our hospital, which is a big break also in my career. They let me manage the department, and I can gladly say that I did manage the department easily and with less stress. Um, I know nursing is not just a course, but it's a calling, and we are here, especially me, because I'm working in your department. So we are here to save life, and um, that's it.
Thank you very much, Ms. Maria Mirasol. Your question will be coming from Ms. Wafa Asim.
Hi, Maria.
Good evening.
Good evening, Maria. I noticed all the nurses. I have been here in Dubai for let's see, 4 decades. I didn't notice that all nurses they are involving in the community. I heard that there is no hospitals, of course, here. Standing in United Arab Emirates, there is no Filipino nurse.
Yes, that's true.
But are you a member of the nursing organization?
In the hospital, we have our like own Filipino nursing group, but it's limited to that hospital.
Okay, if you have a chance, as of now, I am an overall chairman of the Filipino community in Dubai and Northern Emirates. If there is a chance that you can be a leader of all nurses in Dubai and Northern Emirates, do you think you can bring your group to be involved in all the Filipino organizations in Dubai and Northern Emirates? If you have a chance.
Yes, if given the chance, yes, we will share our time and knowledge and whatever resources we have, just to make the group, successful in whatever they will do.
Okay, because every time we have, in our government, we have two big events like the Philippine Independence Day and Bayanihan. We used to look at nurses to be a volunteers, but it is really difficult to find the nurses to be there with us.
Yeah. Usually, if somebody will come to us, because with the hectic schedule, the shifts of the nursing, so we don't have time really to have communication with the outside world. So, but whoever comes to us, we will give our time, dedicate some of our time to the group.
Thank you. But now I will request it, the Kabayan Weekly, that to put their numbers so that the Filipino easy to communicate to our nurses. Thank you very much, Maria. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That completes our 7 nominees for the Nurse of the Year 2016. Grabe, no? Sa palagay niyo, sa inyong apat, sino yung pinaka-mahirap pang tanong? Lucky are the 8 finalists for our Kabayan Achiever. Kasi you have now the idea of how these individuals ask questions. Okay, so sana hindi ako mapatapat kay so, because okay, anyway, let's move on to our nominees for the Kabayan Achiever of the Year. Our very first nominee is Mr. Nestor Campos III. Five minutes for the introduction, sir, and 3 minutes for the question.
To all the panel board of judges, to the Kabayan Weekly team, to all the journalists, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It has been said that in life there are duties and corresponding responsibilities to be undertaken, and in a process of fulfillment, there is a corresponding joy. I am Nestor Modalo Campos III, 27, from San Francisco, Camotes, Cebu. I am a graduate Bachelor of Science in Hotel, Restaurant, Services and Tourism, and took a degree, 24 units of secondary education. I was asking myself before, like, why I didn't have a job or work in the Philippines. Well, I am not ugly, or I am not short. I applied a lot of jobs in the Philippines. So I decided to go abroad, and I am one of those OFW, or the Overseas Filipino Workers. Being the breadwinner of the family, I am proud to say that two of my brothers they have a degree right now, last March, and they graduated a Bachelor of Science in Fishery Education, two of them. And I am also proud to say that I have my property, which it is a very big help, and it's helpful, and it gives convenience to my parents and to my brothers and sisters as well. I was working here in Dubai since 2011, but I work as an agency or a contractual. I work in one of the oldest and five-star hotel in Dubai, which is the Hyatt Regency Riviera. I work there, but I'm an agency or a contractor. And then being a customer focused, career focused, and self-discipline is one of the traits or is one of the attitudes that I possess. Being humble and towards or working with different people, different nationality, and I learned a lot and educate myself as well. I am so honored that I am here tonight and being one of the nominee of the Kabayan Achiever, and I want to share to all the people and as a good example to all the overseas Filipino workers around and to all the people around the world that aim high and be positive always. Think positive and be optimistic.
Question will be coming from Miss Annie Miranda.
Hello, Nestor. Good evening.
Good evening.
I have read your profile, and I have seen you have lots of achievements. Yeah, you have lots of achievements. And among your achievement, I would like to ask, what do you think is your greatest achievement in life? And how do you think can you extend your achievements to help or reach out to all our Filipino community or our kababayans?
there are two. My two brothers are graduated in college, and I bought property, which really helps to give a great convenience with my parents because I we are poor. I mean, my father is just a driver, and my mother is just a housekeeper, and I strive harder because I am the eldest among the boys, and yeah, that is the greatest achievement that I have that I had.
And
I
the second one, how do you think these achievements of yours can help our fellow Filipinos?
okay. I just went for my vacation last 2015. That was March. So because I am one of the pioneering graduate of martial arts science in hotel in my village, in my university. So I give advices. I take a good example. I am one of the speaker of the shall we say the orientation of the postgraduates in the hotel industry. So I give them advice. I give them a good example, sharing of ideas, and also great talks, sharing of positive, yes. And I want to show to all the people that never give up. And poverty is not hindrance to success. And always pray, just be positive, just be humble. Working in hospitality is not easy because you encounter a lot of, like, it's like multicultural. I mean, you encounter a lot of attitude, especially if you are working in front of the house, like dealing with people, dealing with different nationality, dealing with different culture and lifestyle and attitude. So yeah, just be with yourself. Just work hard and yeah. There's a saying that goes try your best and I will do the rest. So yeah, that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mr. Campus Secretary. And our first nominee for the Kabayan Achiever of the Year. Let's move on to Miss Socorro Ramo. Asha Perry, let's see you. You have 5 minutes more to introduce yourself and 3 minutes for the question and answer.
Giving charity, sharing what you have, it's not because helpful practical or you are rich, but because we experience, right? Experience to have nothing and to become poor. Our beloved judges, Kabayan staff, my fellow nominees, and those who are here tonight gathered together, a pleasant evening. My name is Socorro Magramo from the province of Santa Maria Romblon. I belong to a poor family and a very conservative and strict family. Do you want me to show how strict my father was? My father said when I was still small, go to your room. You are not allowed to join the conversation of the adult people. And that was the reason why I was so shy, even now. Being poor, I understand other people so have nothing at all. So before, my neighbors has nothing to eat. They stole our rice and give to our neighbor, and my mother scolded me. Then when I was in college, I was not able to finish my 4-year course. I was undergraduate of education, and because I was so poor and my family was poor, I entered as a volunteer in Hospicio de San Jose to take care of the kids. And I had a chance to go to
University of Santo Tomas to finish my 2-year course as nursing aide. And after that, because in Hospicio de San Jose, I challenged to serve more, and I entered in Carmelite Monastery as a nun. And I am an ex-nun. After my final profession, I decided to go out. And why? I want to serve my family because they are poor and I'm still young and have a chance to lift up their poverty. So I did it. But unluckily, I was not able to work. I worked always as a volunteer and I joined the medical mission team under Shena College with 2,000 pesos allowance. But with that, I still give to my family and share to other people. But I think I can still give more when I will work here in Dubai. So in the year 2000, I came to Dubai. And luckily, like Bantil and Federico, I experienced these hardships and challenges here in Dubai. After my hard work and honesty, I worked in Arab family and they were very good. So because of my honesty, hard work, I was promoted to manage the cleaning company. As a manager, I had the chance to get some ladies to work here in Dubai, and until now they're still working. And because I was so shy, I enrolled in communication and presentation skills, and I joined the Toastmaster International to conquer my shyness and to develop my self-confidence. And even until now, I am a member of Toastmaster International. With that knowledge, I will share my knowledge, what I have to the Filipino community in Pinoy group to teach the public speaking. And besides the public speaking, I am also a trainer of arts and crafts, a livelihood, so that Philippine ladies, when they go back to the Philippines, we have something to start after they will go home. Giving charity is a very special to me. It is my passion. Some will approach me, can I borrow money? But I have nothing. If I have 100, I will give them. I will give to them or to her, to him, 80, and I will remain. I have in my pocket 20. Before I forget, I am a housemaid and a nanny. I overheard here when I entered. It is the first time to have a housemaid here.
I'm sorry, but your time is up, Mom.
Thank you.
There's a question from Katsu Giovanni Power for you. 3 minutes to answer.
I'll make this easy. No, I'll make it more difficult because you're already in Toastmaster. So you should have no problem.
I'm a beginner.
You're speaking very well. But can I just ask for more clarification? Here in Dubai, what type of community service do you do? And be more specific about that because I wasn't able to get it from your CV.
Thank you, sir. I have no really particular community for this charity. I usually give my private mission. First, Yolanda Typhoon. I gathered through Facebook text messages and through my employer. The friend of my employers, the friend of friend, and all my friends, just in a text message, they come to my house to bring old clothes, groceries, even cash money to send to the Philippines, to send to the Yolanda victims. Second, the Ondoy. Because it was urgent, we sent money to buy items. But here in Dubai, it is not just money that we can offer charity. If somebody has a problem, give your ears to listen, a smile and a hug, just to have to invite them to have a coffee and give a nice words to them. Just have a chance to smile and hug. It will ease them. It will ease and listen their problems. There are lots of Filipino here has a problem. They don't have nothing to eat, especially those are visit visa. Just tell me, I will give you a food. Right now, I have some boxes in the house. I will give you more. And as of now, we have this program of isang lapis, isang papel, one pencil at one ball pen. I gathered all my friends and they will meet me tomorrow to share to those who are in need. And if you have something, a problem, and if I have 100 dirhams in my pocket, I will give you 85 and I will remain 15 in your pocket. And to my fellow nominees, if you have something to share for my mission, just tell me and I will accept that.
Thank you very much. I was about to ask what about love problems. Anyway,
You can ask me, sir.
okay, so let's call Mr. Nino Costinorio. You have 5 minutes to introduce yourself, sir, and 3 minutes to answer a question from our judges.
To our Honorable Philippine Consul General Giovanni, Madam Maka, Madam Ami, and Professor Nelson, my fellow nominees and guests, visitors, friends, good evening. Mayang gabi sa lahat. To be lined up with these amazing nominees is already a blessing and it's a gift. And I thank you for the Kabayan Weekly for nominating me. It's just really such a great honor. I'm going to limit my introduction with 4 categories, I guess. I have to start with the education, the professional development that I have, my community engagement, and maybe other things that if I have time to share with you. I graduated with a degree of Bachelor of Science in Education. I have Masters in Educational Management, Masters of Guidance and Counseling, and I also tried to attempt to get Masters in English, but I didn't complete it actually. So I just recently got my PhD in Developmental Administration from Philippine Christian University, and by God's grace, I got the highest distinction, and I got the perfect grade of 1.0 during my exhibition defense in Qatar, which was attended by respected professors from the Philippines. And right now, I am pursuing my second PhD in business management. Hopefully, God will give me time to complete also my PhD in this area. In terms of my career development, just like others, I started also with a humble beginning. And of course, I came here in 2007. And back in the Philippines, I have a very, very good career. I was then the youngest director in my school. I had 3 positions back then. I started with Director of Student Affairs, and then I was transferred as Director for Student Personal Services. And then the last position that I got is the Director for Admissions and Marketing. And then in 2007, I decided to embrace new challenges. And since the vision of our school is to go global, I wanted to check whether I'm really globally competitive. So with the opportunity came in, and then it was in the UAE. So I went here in 2007, September 16,
And then, by God's grace, after 5 days, I got a job in a University of Edgemont. So I started as a faculty coordinator, and then eventually here you need to be a multitasker. You need to have a multitask ability. It's not enough to work only with one position. So aside from being the faculty coordinator, I work as a faculty evaluator, teacher, and accreditation supervisor. And I was also chosen by the professors from University of Bedfordshire to be their secretary. So when the professors from UK would come to our university, so the first contact person is me. So I'm very lucky and blessed that during the time I was the first Filipino who was given that trust and confidence. Until such time that I have to leave the university and have to transfer to a government university in Chumay. This is owned by His Highness Sheikh Rashid Al Noimi. So I was given the opportunity to serve as the executive secretary to the CEO and to the chancellor. And within 2 years, because of the good performance that I have shown, I was promoted to be the international student manager. So I handled around 70 nationalities, except for the nationalities coming from GCC because they need to have an Arabic speaker. But for those coming from Asia, Europe, and other parts of the world, so I handled their visa and even their problems, even the counseling side. So apart from that, the management has entrusted me so much. So aside from being the international student in charge, they gave me the chance to become a career enhancement center manager, where I have to take care of those potential students who wanted to upgrade their skills and the professional qualifications. So I leaded that particular department. And one of the greatest, possibly that I could say the greatest achievement is that when the time, I think 3 years ago, that most of the parents,
Sorry, but your time is up, sir. Let's hear your question from Professor Nelson Nico. You started as a director way back in the Philippines, right?
That's right.
And when you first came here in Dubai, you served as a faculty coordinator.
Yes, that's right.
And then again, raised again to another higher position.
That's right.
So, inshallah, God's will, you cannot say anything. Suppose you will be the chosen Kabayan of the year. Would you share with us what are your advocacies? What to make the life of the Filipino OFW here in Dubai? What are your plans, projects that you are going to share with everybody to uplift the educational and the lifestyles of the Filipino? Give us more positive insight.
With all the blessings that I have, and I'm really truly blessed in my life, God is really good. I wasn't able to give it a chance to explain further, but my advocacy ever since I started here in the UAE is to give access to the Filipino organizations, associations, to use the facilities of the universities free of charge. So I've been doing that since 2007. Even when I transferred to the City University of Edgemont, most of the Filipino associations, especially the religious one, they conducted their activities like Family Day, Sports Day in our university for free. When I transferred in Academic City just a month ago, even though I'm new, but I was able to convince our management to bring the Philippine Business Council in our university to do their seminar workshops, financial literacy, free of charge, because I understand that the Philippine Consulate Dubai is not available during the time because the election materials are already there. So the secretariat was actually asking his help. So really, of course, I'm very proud that my management is very supportive, and I was able to give them the good advocacies of the Filipino organization. So I am much more on that. Aside from educating the Filipino parents, what are the available educational opportunities here in the UP.
Another question. I am a community leader,
Yes.
and I'm serving more on with community service. With all the things you have shared with us, would you mind to share it with our council so that we can recognize it and we will try to integrate with other organizations and to make it more possible, we will seek the assistance of our council together with those organizations that can help.
It would always be my pleasure to be of service, especially to our organizations, because again, um, um, to make a distinct difference in the lives of the people is what matters most. And giving them access. Right now, I am the quality assurance manager of the university and the program office manager. I'm in a better position to give them the chance to use the utilities, the facilities, and amenities of the university free of charge.
Thank you, Mr. Dr. Mingan.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Let's meet our next nominee. We have Mr. Bolzare or Laza. You have 5 minutes, sir, to introduce yourself and 3 minutes to answer our question from the judge.
Hello. Trust in God, perseverance, hard work, determination, and being positive in life is what molds me where I'm standing now. That makes me a better person to face trials in life. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, honored judges, guests, fellow nominees, congratulations. You are the best. Good evening to all. I'm here in the Middle East for 30 years now. I was a son of a farmer. I was brought up. I remember that I'm in the forest. I live in Davao. I used to be in the farm, and then we used to be in the hills of Mount Apo. And looking at the sky, I always see airplanes coming by. And I'm always dreaming how I wish I could be on that plane going somewhere. But it is not in my wildest dream. I know that we are poor. I know that it's hard to believe, but by the grace of God, I'm here today. I'm here in this beautiful place of the Bible. I was in Kuwait in 1986. I was, from the start of my career, is we are not well off. I used to work to earn a living and study in my college education. By the grace of God, I finished my Bachelor's of Science in Commerce, major in accounting. I first worked in the hotel as a room attendant, and to tell you, to work in the hotel is very challenging and you can really see the beauty of life because all the people are smiling, they're happy, they're enjoying, unlike the hospitals where you see people are crying because of the sick people. Because I was in the hospital, my father was there, and I have seen people dying, and until they die, they're dead, and people are really crying. And I'm thankful to God that I was working in the hotel, and I'm very happy that people are smiling, people are enjoying, and they live life to the fullest. I was in Kuwait started in 1986, and unfortunately we were ousted when the war broke out, when Kuwait was invaded by Iraq. Sad to say that I was ousted and then left all my belongings and then only my luggage with me with my documents when I came home. And again, I have to start and work again. In 1991, I came to Abu Dhabi and worked again as in finance as a storekeeper. Then later on, I get a better offer and was hired in 40 grand, now delivering and managing in Abu Dhabi, and until I become cost controller. Then later on, I was offered again for a better position in Bahrain and worked there for a year. And later on, my boss told me that, okay, can you come to Dubai because it's a better offer. And then I joined Emirates Towers, Emirates Towers, which is under the Dubai Holding. Sub property of the famous Burj Al Arab, Jumeirah Beach Hotel, another good property. In this company, I'm here for almost 16 years now. I'm working as assistant finance manager in charge of cost control. I do all inventories, pricing, costing, controls on how to make a better profit for the company. Thank you very much and good evening to all.
Thank you very much. Let's take a question from Miss Wafa.
Good evening po. Mahirap naman itong pangalan. Kung saan naman ito kinuha?
Pinaglaruan ng papa at mama ko. It's a combination of their families. The first two letters and the last two letters of their families.
Okay. I like your introduction. Perseverance and endurance. Are you involved in community organization?
I am an associate member of the PIPA, but however, due to the demand of our work, which is too tight, we used to work in the night as well, just to finish the mountain. I cannot really, but however, it is in my heart. I was a leader of the church of Victory, where I am a silver leader. I used to lead people, train them, Bible study, and they are now also leading their group. And I'm happy that they're also with the Lord, leading other people to God.
Okay, so as a perseverance, endurance, how you can really and convince or to influence people the same that you are from a poor family staying in the tip of the mountain, reaching to Dubai, United Arab Emirates, from to Kuwait to United Arab Emirates, how you can relay your life to the people like you, how you can influence them. Can you give an example that you can convince them that poor to become a better life?
I can always tell them that being poor is not an hindrance to be successful. It is you to believe that you can make it. It's a matter of doing your best, believe that you can do it, even how hard it is. Make sure that, but in everything you do, you have to trust in God, because without Him, nothing is possible. So I can always tell them that to be poor is not an hindrance, it's not an obstacle. You have to work hard. You can work. You have a life to live. You can always stand and however, how many times you fall, you can always stand and try again until you succeed, no matter what.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's call in Mr. Mark Bukal. Five minutes to introduce yourself and 3 minutes for the question. Sir.
Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat. Maayong gabi sa mga Bisaya. May pagkarabi sa mga Ilocano, Masaalikya at Arabic. Good evening to every one of you. Good evening to the Board of Chance. First, I want to thank first and foremost the God who is more than enough for giving me blessings of life. To my family who is with me right now, my mom, my wife, Melanie, my two sons, Mateo David and Michael David, to the owner of Kabayan Weekly, Mr. Agala, and to the person who did the write-up for me, Ms. Jeka Carrillo, of course, beautiful, and to the board of judges, thank you so much. Can we give a round of applause to our God who is more than enough? First, let me start my life. Jeka's wrote their Wheel of Life. How did it become a Wheel of Life? First, I grew up, I grew up in a below average family, where at least we can eat at least 3 times a day. My mom used to, my mom used to wash clothes when I was still a kid, in elementary. Wash the clothes for some other families and take care of some babies of other families for us to have some food to eat. I used to sell, during those my younger age in elementary, I used to sell newspapers, I used to sell banana cube, balot, I don't know if you know balot. Yeah, I used to sell balot, I used to sell fish that time. And after that, having someone maybe an occasional calling to become a priest, I entered seminary, wherein the God used my mom and of course those Carmelite nuns and Bishop Antonio Tobias to be my sponsor during that days. Unfortunately, maybe God said that I was not being become a father of the church, but being a father of the family. So I entered out, I moved out from the seminary, entered college. Since I entered college, I became a working student. During a working student, then after that I graduated, and I remember the time during the time. During the time, I graduated with some money that left in college that I had to pay. You know, so after that, I graduated. I became a manager at shopping in the Philippines, where I used to work as a service crew. After that, 12,000 salary is not enough at all to send my brother at school as well as a breadwinner of the family. I decided to go to Dubai to work in Dubai. Being a choosy job, I have a lot of opportunity actually. Become a manager of shopping here in Alberta. Become a customer service representative of Altair Motors that time. That was 2007, 2008. I ended up, in 5 days left, we become in a 2 months visa at that time. I ended up being a steward in Fairmont Hotel in Dubai, being a choosy. So then again, teach me again to become, standing up. And being a steward is not that easy. You have to clean and wash dishes twice my height. That's why I'm clean, so tilting pan. And you will heard some of the chefs, they will say that, hey, come on, watch this. You did a lot of not good words, And during that time, when I was a steward, I used to sing this song, which makes me strong. Kung hindi ngayon ng panahon, babala sa iyo, kung mainit dagit din, nagbuhay sa mundo. Alam niyo yan. Then after that, I was promoted to become a receiver to server, and move on to traders, and now I'm moving to Caldera, from FMB supervisor to assistant meetings and events manager, and become now as a food sales manager, corporate, looking after corporate accounts. Now, as a member of, I was a member as well of active member of who are in St. Mary's Church under the El Shaddai community. I am an active member of the Philcom community in the St. Mary. I am a active leader of a music ministry of El Shaddai Dubai, and then an overall coordinator of El Shaddai UAE chapter for music ministry. I've been in El Shaddai for 18 years, 10 years in the Philippines and 8 years in Dubai. I've been involved, maybe sometimes once a month we used to go to OWA, where we encourage our Kabayans there, give some fellowship, encourage them, advise them, do some food after that, toiletries and some clothes and some bags for them, and that. And in the hotel, I'm active as well as a member of, been involved in Terry Run, Clean Up UAE, Clean Up the World, and Adopt a Camp, which happens always as an initiative during Ramadan for that time. So for everyone, I want to congratulate everyone. Let's always remember that Jeremiah 32:11, that there is a plan for us, a plan to prosper us and not to harm us, a plan for our food in the future. Good evening, everyone. My name is Marco and
Thank you very much, sir. Let's read a question from Miss Annie. For 3 minutes.
Good evening, Mr. Mark. I have read your profile, and you have been an OFW for the past 8 years. And you've been mentioning about the wheel of life. You have been through all the obstacles. What do you think is your greatest loss? And what is your biggest achievement I have seen that you have lots of awards and achievements over here. But of course, it's as you have mentioned, it's not always the positive side of it, being an RW. So what do you think is your biggest loss and what do you think is your biggest achievement for this past 8 years?
Thank you for that very breathtaking and beautiful question, madam. Let me breathe for a while. Okay, right. The greatest loss. Actually, I don't consider it a loss in my life because I believe that everything happens in life is a purpose of God. There is always a purpose that happens in our lives. No? Where we are right now. Because said in John 13:7 said that you don't know what's happening right now. You don't realize now what is happening in your life, but later on you will realize. Now, the greatest loss for me actually is those days that when I was in at times of situations where I was in the dark side of dark side because I was involved in in fraternities and before during my college days. I'm sorry, that was in the younger days in fraternities and then so I believe that that part put me in that situation which I lost those times where I have to encourage other people. However, I get that as well as an opportunity for me because I've been involved in some. I was invited in some of what do you call this youth gathering where I shared my experience in life. The greatest experience, the greatest achievements that I have now is to be a blessing for me that I have my lovely family, my wife Melanie, who I met in Fairmont before, which now working as a personal pastry chef of Sheikh Sultan bin Khalifa Al Nahyan, and who's and then my two sons with me, which I have is a blessing, Mateo David and Mikael David. And to be honest, serving God for me is the greatest achievements that I have to treasure to the rest of my life. And just want to share one experience that I've been dreaming before when I was still in the Philippines. I used to sing this song actually, which is the song it says. I know everyone knows it, and you can join with me singing this. And God will make a way where there seems to be no way. He works in ways we cannot see. He will make a way for me. He will be my love, hold me close to his side. With love and strength for each new day. He will make a way. He will make a way. That's the moment. He has the concert last March 18th. And as an El Shaddai music ministry, we've been part of that. We did the opening act for Don't Move concert in the Tennis Stadium last March 18th. And the greatest achievement, of course, is overall God's blessing of life to me, to my family, and of course, to every one of us. Good evening, everyone. Let's give a round of applause to God. Thank you so much. Thank you for the beautiful questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sir Mark Bukal. Let's call in our next nominee, Ms. Desiree Vlekin. Vlekin. 5 minutes to introduce yourself and 3 minutes to answer the question. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. Magandang gabi sa inyo lahat. Good evening. Good afternoon. My name is Desiree Ocampo Blecken. I'm a full-time housewife, mother, founder and CEO of Forget Me Not Alzheimer's, and a bomb explosion survivor. Myself and my family were present 2 weeks ago at Brussels Airport. We were like 14 meters away from the bomb. So we received a lot of questions. How did you survive that ordeal? It's plain miracle or just plain doing something good for the community. Coming back to Dubai for me was a struggle. Because of that ordeal, we don't know how to function normally anymore. We're trying, and I'm here right here with you.
I was looking for a sign. How am I supposed to continue my advocacy? Forget me not Alzheimer's. Having a life-threatening experience like that. Then I got a message from Jenka saying, "Hi, you are a nominee for Kabayan of the Year." So I think that was an answered prayer to continue Forget Not Alzheimer's, which I have started in Dubai since 2013. Forget Not Alzheimer's is a non-profit organization which raises awareness about Alzheimer's. That was the focus, that was the objective of the organization, is to create events around the UAE, which we have done so far. We have reached out to various emirates in Ajman, Ras Al Khaimah, Dubai, of course, Alhambra, Sharjah. We visited elderly homes in Al Mamzar, in Ajman Elderly Nursing Home, in Sharjah Old People's Home. We've done a lot of events in major shopping malls in Dubai, like in Dubai Mall, Bergman, Dubai Festival Center, and hopefully, inshallah, this year at Wafi. Just a little background about myself. I'm from Parañaque. I've been in Dubai for almost 17 years now. So this is like my second home. I've seen Dubai grow. And I studied in Ivy League schools in the Philippines. But for me, the school doesn't define you as a person. Your education is just a tool to carry your mission as you grow. I'm a Tomashan, a frustrated lawyer. I took political science. Since law did not work out for me, I took up MBA. My frustration was that I had many offers in Dubai when I was in the Philippines. And the third offer, I said yes. Have I accepted the first time? Maybe I could have accomplished more things. Now, why Forget Not Alzheimer's? I belong to a community touched with Alzheimer's, meaning somebody in the family is suffering. Since I've been here, almost half of my life, the right thing to do is to give back to the community, to raise awareness about Alzheimer's, aging gracefully, respect for the elderly, respect for the community, of course. But it's not just Alzheimer's that I've dealt with. Even people with brain-related issues. Like recently, there was a young boy with hydrocephalus who approached our organization, which is totally not related to Alzheimer's. But through our influence, we were able to help this little boy to become well. He's now back in Cebu, completely healed. And we hope that one day he'll be the next president, who knows? So that's just one of our many achievements that we've done for Forget Me Not. So thank you so much. This is a humbling gesture for Kabayan Weekly for nominating Forget Me Not Alzheimer's. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Cecily. Your question will be coming from Honorable Sue Giovanni Palan.
The questions become tougher to ask as the night progresses. But praise God for your safety and you and your family. And perhaps it is a sign that you still have a mission to complete. Hindi pa kompleto ang mission.
Yes.
Hindi pa tapos. May kailangan pa pang gawin. My question is, you've accomplished a lot here in Dubai, especially through the Forget Me Not. Do you have any plans of bringing in or connecting to this organization with that in the Philippines? Because we do have a very high percentage in the Philippines, especially among our elderly who suffer from Alzheimer's disease.
definitely, when we, the first year when we operated, Forget Me Not, my husband, my son, we went to Anawin. That's a small park in Antipolo for abandoned elderly people. We wanted to have an idea. How do we manage or how do we take care of old elderly people who has been abandoned? So we dined with them. We were there during our holiday. Usually when you're on a holiday break, we do fun things. Well, my husband and my son, we were at this place, a facility where abandoned elderly people were. So I said to myself, one day we will go back to the Philippines. All of us will. So might as well make a connection, establish something small but relevant in the UAE, bring all the knowledge that we amassed here, and then bring it to our home country. We are already starting also in my husband's country, Belgium, Forget Me Not. And hopefully, inshallah, this year, we'll be accredited by ADI, Alzheimer's Disease International, as one of their members. So yes, the answer is yes.
A question. Sorry ha, because meron ka pa naman time. So, curious lang ako, why among all the diseases or disorders, you decided to focus on Alzheimer's?
Yes, Alzheimer's disease is a neurodegenerative disease. It's not selective. It means anybody, any one of us can have it, regardless of nationality, regardless of age. For now, we are happy that we are sane, we have our memories intact, but we have to be careful because Alzheimer's has no cure. So, if you don't know the cure, then you don't know what's the symptoms, what's the cause. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to do preventative measures, how we can keep our memories intact, our cognitive memories as healthy as possible. Because any one of us could have Alzheimer's, whether we like it or not. So Alzheimer's is a global health concern, which is unfortunately underexposed in this part of the region. And we're trying to influence legal entities, the government, to support us in this initiative. Because we will need, this generation will age soon. So we'll need all the support that we could possibly need. So it starts with awareness. And that's why we're here.
Thank you very much. Let's call in Mercedes Bacalacan, our next nominee. You have 5 minutes, Mom, to introduce yourself, and 3 minutes for your question and answer. Good luck.
A blessed evening to everyone. I'm deeply honored that I'm one of the nominees of the Kabayan of the Year. My name is Mercedes Apariao Makalalad. I came from the province of Cagayan Valley. I am a CPA by profession, but before that, I would like to humbly share my achievement I have made. My parents were not that well off, so after I graduated in high school, since they cannot send me off to university, I moved to the city of Manila and searched for a job. Luckily, I found a job which is a factory worker. As you know, as you are just a high school graduate, you just landed a great job. Then I worked in the morning and studied in the evening. And luckily, one of my professors in the accounting field knows me that I'm working, so he offered me to be part in the school. So I was blessed that I was become a student assistant. Till then, I was there till I graduated. I was able to complete my degree, Bachelor of Science in major in accounting at the Araneta University Foundation. Now it's in the La Salle, Araneta. After a long year, I fulfilled one of my dreams to become a CPA. And that I really shared that happiness, most especially to my families. Then I joined some prestigious companies in Manila. And in 1988, I got married with my loving husband, who is here, Engineer Rodolfo Makalagad. And in 1989, I joined him here in Dubai. So, while in Dubai, I searched for a job, and luckily and blessed, I found jobs. And currently, I am a senior accountant of Betnorski Veritas, a Norwegian company. Thereon, I've been there for 21 years. It's a very challenging job because it is there where I have traveled around the Middle East, Europe, in related to my jobs, attending trainings and seminars. So though I am there these years, it's really a challenge. And in 1994, I joined some religious organization. I am a member of Couples for Christ. Then, being a service-oriented one, I joined a non-profit organization which is called PICPA, a Philippine Institute of Certified Accountants. I became a president in year 2009, and we have started the CPA review program. And we are proudly to say that we have produced 59 CPAs. This is their dreams come true, that even though they were here in the Middle East, they were able to get that prestigious titles. And still, currently, we are doing this training. I am also part of the Pinoy Wise movement. We conduct seminars for our OFW, a financial literacy, which is held in our own consular in Dubai. And likewise, I am a catechist, and I'm doing my master in catechist. And right now, I am thought of moving from an employee to an entrepreneurship. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Mercedes. And our question is coming from Professor Nelson Tito. For 3 minutes, good luck.
Masama. You related, you know Vivian Tapinas?
Yes, because they are one of our team in the Pinoy Wise movement.
Okay, so I'm also part of the Pinoy Wise. Anyway, as having heard about because you're number 11, and having heard about the different qualifications, program, and future plans of all those nominees. As a CPA, what do you think your age or yung pagkakaiba ng yung qualification among the others, and how are you going to apply this and contribute your qualification to help service to the community? Anong qualification meron ka na wala sa kanila? Why I need you we have to vote for you.
Thank you. Yes, as I said, being this prestigious title, a CPA, Certified Public Accountant, what I can really contribute as a professional, we are continually giving seminars, trainings to our kababayans. We are conducting accounting for non-accountants, so many trainings that can uplift their career. And that is my age as a CPA, we have that confidence. That's why we are telling to our students to pass the CPA because this will bring their career and level up. And so many of our students who passed the CPAs, they were able, they were promoted, they changed job to get a higher salary. And we are continuously giving them seminars. And as I have said, we have put up a company which is a training company. And because being an employee, you will be the only one to succeed. But being part of an entrepreneurship, you can help others to succeed as well. Thank you.
Very much, Mr. Sayles Makawala.
Thank you very much.
Let's meet our last nominee, Mr. Edwin Abacan. 5 minutes to introduce yourself, sir, and 3 minutes to answer the question. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Edwin Banila Abacan. I've been an OFW since 1988. I've been working, I've been in the Gulf. Half of my life I was working in Saudi Arabia, in Saudi Arabian Airlines. I've been working in Oman Air, and now I've been working in Emirates in Denata as duty officer. I'm 51 years old. I have my children with me, with me and my wife. I met my wife in Saudi Arabia, which, before it's like pen pal, there is no telephone. And we didn't met yet, but we set already our marriage. And I think that is another story. And I have also my son, and his name is Mansoor, because I have a friend in Saudi. First time I've met a friend in Saudi, to give and help me. So I told him that if I have a firstborn son, I will give your name to my son so that I always remember you. And I have also my second son who was born in Oman, because my son born all in both. One is in Saudi Arabia and one is Oman. And they called him Ramadan because he was born in first day of Ramadan 1995. So they used to call him Ramadan, and in Oman they used to call me Abu Mansur because I have my son Mansur. So I've been working in the Gulf half of my life, almost already all my hair in the Gulf. And I've been working in airline industry from Saudi Arabia to Oman and to here in Dubai. And and I'm also a executive pastor of one of the church here in Dubai. And I could say that being an OFW, working in the Gulf, raising your family is a very challenging role being a parent. Because when we started being a parent, we start already on that one, I even request my boss that I'll be working for 3 years in night duty, so that my wife, when he finished already her duty, she will be taking care of our children. And I remember that our neighbor used to tell me that if your children is sleeping, you have to go your household work. But no, in my case, if my children is sleeping, I'm sleeping as well. Because, it's too difficult to raise your children. And my biggest achievement in my life, being a parent, is to see your children grow and teach them. Because, since they born, they didn't let us. They grow up here and they studied in Dubai, and they finish also their education. Actually, fortunately, my son is already working also in Emirates in engineering, and my second son is just finished his business in Emirates University, and that is also a part of our plan that as soon as they finish and work, will be retiring. Because being a parent, to teach them that they are not always with us. Sooner or later, we will be leaving them. So my biggest achievement is to impart them, to teach them. And now they are already equipped, so we can go back to our place and go for a mission as soon as I retire.
Thank you very much, sir. Let's hear a question from Miss Wong.
Good evening, Mr. Edwin.
Good evening, ma'am.
Okay, tonight, if you are one of the choosing Kabayan of the year, as you said, the biggest achievement what you have is being a parent. I salute you from that. Mga kababayan, listen very well to this answer. I'm impressed being a father and your wife is here and your children become educated also. How you can relate to our kababayan here inside and outside that they can save their marriage? Because there are a lot of our kababayan here, their marriage it's not successful. Even their wife or husband are together, they are still separated. How much more if they are in the Philippines? One here in Dubai or in the United Arab Emirates or outside for everything, they are separated. So what is the ingredients of your achievement for your success being a great parents for your children?
Thank you, ma'am. I could say that the secret ingredients is trusting God and trusting to your partner. Because being husband and wife, you should be transparent. In a marriage, you always tend to forgive your wife. And if it is a small mistake, you're always saying that, yes, I forgive you. Yes, I forget that one because I love you. But for us, any small arguments that we have, we used to talk to it. It's like a grenade, small grenade, that when you keep it, those small sharp nails that are embedded on that grenade, when the time comes, it will explode. And when it explodes, it will hit everyone on the moon. But if you, at the first time, talk already onto that one, settle that one, then that is nothing anymore. And then the best thing is to be a transparent. Because the secret of marriage is always transparent, is always open, talking to each other. And the more you talk, actually, we've been married for 26 years. And I have that 24 and 21-year-old son. And they've never seen us fighting each other in front of them. If we have any argument, we always talk in a room. And I always tell to my wife, you pray first. Because when you start praying, you ask forgiveness. When you ask for forgiveness, then that's the time it's open. Okay, then that's the time that we can talk to each other. Because the secret of marriage is your openness. You have to talk to each other, you have to understand to each other, and it is a give and take situation.
Thank you very much, Sir Edwin, and that completes our 8 nominees. So, now GK, you know the urgent. Okay. So, once again, thank you very much to all our judges. We have Honorable Consul Giovanni Pale from the Philippine Consul General from Oaxaca. We have Professor Nelson Lieber, Business Executive, Badon Medical Center. With us is Ms. Wafak Asim, the Senior Advisor of IOTAT, and of course, Ms. Anne Miranda, Charles Nourishik, Tarifa General Hospital, who are great. Okay. So, palakpakan din natin ang ating mga subleaders na napaka-tumbong mga tanong na ginawa sa atin ng 4 na horado. We are expecting, did you? Oh? Okay. Now let's ask questions and address to them. So we are requesting a closing remark from one of the judges, whoever is available and whoever is willing to close this program. But before that, we're inviting everyone to be in our anniversary on May 12. We will be bringing you the invitations or the messages about which will be the announcement of the winners. Okay? So, sino po magsasalita? Yes, of course.
I have no choice. But anyway, on behalf of my fellow members, it's been a very, let's say, it's been a pleasure knowing all the nominees and the candidates for Kabayan of the Year as well as the Nurses of the Year. And it's always been admirable to know the achievements as well as the involvement of all of you with the community here in Dubai. It's been difficult, but it's always been difficult for me to choose who among you should be the chosen one. But all of you, I should congratulate. We all congratulate you for being nominated because already you're winners. It's just that you deserve the hand. It's just probably here it's selecting the chosen one. It's not really who is the best among the best, but really the one who has, I can't say who has achieved more because so much you have achieved a lot in your own profession, in your own sector, and you have contributed a lot to your community, not only to your family, but also the community, as well as to other individuals. So it's not for us really to judge how much you have achieved, but again, we would like to thank Kabayan Weekly for honoring you and the rest of the Filipinos. At least for us, as I said when I first started judging or selecting, actually not judging, but selecting those Kabayan of the Year, Nurses of the Year. As I recall that I said that we think we appreciate the efforts of Kabayan Weekly because at least it inspires our kababayans to do better in their own fields and to contribute a lot more so that they can uplift the Filipinos here working here in the UAE as well as in the Middle East. I'm sure those outside of UAE, they're all also very envious of where you're at. Because I think we're very blessed to be here in Dubai and in Abu Dhabi, where things are a lot easier than our counterparts in the region. So with that, again, congratulations to everyone and congratulations to Kabayan Weekly.
Thank you very much. Honorable Consul Giovanni Pale. Thank you very much. And especially sa ating mga judges na talaga namang nag-aksaya ng panahon para magkameron tayo ng napaka-meaningful na outcome ng ating event. So, maraming salamat po once again. I'm closing this program. Thank you very much for all the support. And after this will be the picture taking. Thank you. And good evening.